What up, what up? It's your boy Nephy 3X, aka NephewTexasBoy, Big Vet, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove. You know what I'm talking about? Aight!
Smoking cereal milk, hoping it's for me. Smoking a weed that's imported. If you ever so bricks, you important. I ain't dropping.
All right, so we got Nephy 3X off the porch with us today.
Aight, it's your boy Nephy 3X, aka NephewTexasBoy, Big Vet. Aight! What's happening?
How you feeling?
We in here.
How you feeling today, bro?
Man, I'm great today, man. I'm blessed, actually.
Okay, that's
Late
what's up, man. Yeah, I appreciate you coming by today, man. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I got a lot of answers and politicking and campaigning to do with.
Yeah. All right, so let's start, coming from the west side of Atlanta, man. What was it like coming up for you?
Coming up on the west side of Atlanta. On my part, exit 49, Food Industrial Boulevard, that's kind of like 15 seconds away. It is what you see. It's dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I talk about my block, I just, man, Food Industrial, but to me it's home. It's what I love, but it's one of many homes.
Mm-hmm.
Like many. It'd be weird sometimes because it'd be like, I was here, I was there, I was here, I was there, and everybody is just one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. At what age would you say you jumped off the porch?
Me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, are we talking streets or we talking just learning to hustle? Learning to hustle, I was 9.
Okay.
I'll force you to let me cut your grass.
How so? What was
because my mama had a lawnmower, and I would take the lawnmower and I'll walk up and down the street and ask people to cut their grass. Some people would consent, some people wouldn't, right? So I'm the type of person, I don't take no for answers, right? I knock on doors, I do direct sales, I do aggressive marketing, guerrilla marketing. So I got smart. While you at work, I'm gonna just cut your grass for free. And then I'll just come knock on your door when you get home and say, hey, your grass look kind of high. I cut that for you. Then I give you that nod. Then they'll be like, you gotta give me something. You hear me? So some people be, well, I don't have to pay you the next Friday. Well, I don't have any money till next Friday. That's just fine with me. I got your IOU. Can you put your name right here? I was synonymous for that.
Okay. So this entrepreneurship, this hustle started young.
Yeah. When it just came to just hustling, period, I was 9 years old. I just had moved from Houston out of Fifth Ward, Kelly Court Projects to Conyers, Georgia at that time. My mama had us in the trailer park. My mama moved, she had some issues going on back in the day. So she transitioned herself and I to Atlanta, all right? And we went to trailer park, and it was all white people, and it was just getting to be a sprinkle of Mexicans. We were the first black family to integrate the trailer park. So I done been mansions, I done been project, I done been trailer park, I done been all kind of shit. So being in the area where I was like the minority, and I always been that, I never grew up being prejudiced towards anyone, because if anyone knows me, my great grandmother was white. So how could I be prejudiced when the lady I'm with every day and I'm in her arm, I'm talking about my biological great grandmother, my grandmother's mother, my mother's mother, you see what I'm saying? So I don't really see, if you see my mom, she's the same color as I am with blue eyes, right? So I don't get caught up into that. I got white friends of 20 years still with me, Atlanta, Texas, different places. So yeah. I don't see color. Color and I, we just one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk to us about SYS Records, man.
SYS Records? Yeah. Somebody right there, SYS. Legendary. Without SYS, there's No NephewTexasBoy, no Nephy 3X. I was trapping in that trailer park after I had got out of prison years later. After I had went back to Texas and came back and got out of prison, like, you know what? I was 22. I was like, I want to rap. I've been writing these little songs and shit while I was in jail. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna give it a shot. I ended up trapping, trying to get me some money to go give me some studio time at that time. That was like 2004. I just had got out November 11th, 2003. I got out the halfway house May the 11th, 2004. I ended up meeting Trey November the 10th, 2004, because we both was in Rockdale County Jail. And funny story, you probably gonna laugh like hell. We was in there, we had woke up for chow, and I played chess. Trey played chess. That was our common bond, how we spoke. We got up that morning, somebody just went to talking shit to him and talking shit to me. I don't got that type of temper. I go up top, Trey go up top, they move me to another dorm, they move him, but somehow we get moved back to the same dorm. All the way until my mama put up her trailer to bond me out, right? I looked at Trey, I said, hey, I'm about to get out of jail. You ain't gonna believe this shit, but this is gonna be some of the realest shit you ever seen. He's like, what you mean? When you get out of jail, I'm gonna be sitting right there. When you get out of jail, I'm gonna be at the front door. You're like, Nephew, boy, you crazy as hell. Like, all right, my dog. About 10, 11 days went by. He said he was gonna get out. I called up to the county jail. They said he was getting released. I said, I got something for his ass. I stayed probably about 3 minutes from the jail.
Oh, yeah.
He came out, he was on a payphone. Just like he said, he had this big ass Trey chain on. You know what I mean? And my boy was, everything he was popping in jail. Soon as he walked out the jail door, I seen everything he said. But what he seen fucked him up though. He seen that nigga that was just right there that said, yeah, I'm gonna be right there when you get out of jail. Now this is some legendary shit. Imagine me bonding out of jail, be with my mama. Trey gets out of jail, I'm right there at the jailhouse door, inside the door. When he on the phone with his people, I tap him on the shoulder. I said, hey, what you doing, big dog? I said, let me get that chain up off you. He said, I said, nah, nigga, come on, let's go. He called Mojo, his little brother. Where you at? I'm at the game room. Shit, we leave from right there. Had Silver Cadillac. We drove straight over to the game room. This was before anybody knew what Irene and Dark Perp was back then. You hear me? So we got us some Dark Perp, and I think Gucci had a show at, I think it was Frozen Palace of Old National, I want to say. We went straight from there, and that's back when they had, Gucci had a song called Lawnmower Man and all kind of stuff like that. I'm talking about, that was SYS days, Black Tea and all that. So we went straight to the show, and that was my first time ever meeting Gucci. You see what I'm saying? Like, HB, Big Dog always been a blessing. That's how I got introduced to Exclusive Game. I'm probably the only person in the world, besides only one person, Zaytoven. I probably got the rarest Exclusive Game jersey ever. I have an actual Sign Yourself 409 jersey that HB had made for me. That's all I had wanted back then. I didn't want nothing else. I wanted that goddamn jersey because it wasn't just in the So Icy video, those jerseys. That was an everyday dope boy thing. And I'm just getting out of prison till you got BMF over here, and then you got Sign Yourself over here. Sign Yourself not big as BMF. It's a bigger money difference. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but it really wasn't a money difference. Because once you got money, you just got money. You feel me? Like, you can do some bigger things, but when you got money, you just got money. You just afforded to do a lot more things. So HB was a blessing. Trey, definitely. I couldn't have gotten music without him. Trey took me straight to that concert. Next day, he took me to Zaytoven house. I used to talk to Zay in jail, though. I used to talk to Zay and HB in jail Zay's like, hey boy, when you get out there, you come over here. I had never been in a studio in my life. Never. All right, so Trey takes me over there. It's Trey, Zaytoven, Icon, and back then it was called Familiar Territory. That was Zay label before Zaytown. It was Familiar Territory. So I think Versatile and CHB was in there back then. All right. They play my beat. They make me go in the booth. I just start rapping. They like, where the hook? I'm like, what's a hook? Oh man, they must have roasted me for about 30 minutes, but then that's when they seen like, so Trey was like, my boy straight out of jail. He don't know none of that shit. So Zay was kind of intrigued with this shit because I had braids back then and he had braids back then, and we both kind of shorter than everybody, right? So that was kind of our common bond at the time, and shit. He was cutting hair at Stonecrest Mall. I seen a funny story with that. I watched Zay actually go from cutting hair, being employed by somebody else, to buying that barbershop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And charging $100 a haircut, $100 lineup, I'm sorry. If you go in on your hair, he might charge you a little more if you don't rock with you like that. But, you know, that's legendary days, man. You shot me back with that one. That's crazy. Damn. Oh, I can tell you who I seen in Zay house. Duct Tape.
Yeah.
Definitely seen Bank. Definitely seen Alley. Definitely seen Trouble Valley. Definitely seen VL. Back then, I didn't know Scooter back then. That was 2004, so I don't know. I might be a few years older than him, so that's why I probably didn't know him. But when he was saying Poo-Tang and my homeboys, you see what I'm saying? So I was like, hell yeah. So when me and Scooter did end up linking up, that was our common bond. I like, oh yeah, you from the street. But I was just getting out again. So usually everybody be like trying to figure out, I don't gotta figure out nothing. You hear me? Scooter so real. Somebody sold me a watch. Scooter looked at it. He said, man, that motherfucker look fuzzy, bro. Like, what you mean? Scooter crazy when it comes. Hey, if you ask me in Atlanta, who gonna check your jury out? You don't need no diamond tester or none of that. Scooter gonna judge you off that. Straight up. When street meet you, he gonna size you up and down. You hear me? I end up taking, got one of my homeboys with me, but I ended up taking one of my homeboys to do a song with Scooter. He walked from down the street in Kirkwood, came to the studio in Kirkwood over at Big Block Studio, and did a feature for one of the Detroit artists that I had back then that is legendary. You hear me? So, I don't know, this interview might be kind of, oh my God.
So when did you link up with Waka?
2008.
Okay. That was before he was rapping then, huh?
Yeah. That was my little goddamn baby right there. He wild as fuck. He wild. I met him through Juiceman though.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Yeah, Waka, Frenchie, and it was Juice, Soldier, Waka, and Frenchie. Wu used to be on the road with Gucci a lot. Juice, Waka, Frenchie, Soldier, they had to go everywhere. Waka was the gang. You hear me? I never forget it. I was in Roanoke, Virginia. We had a show. I still got the footage. If y'all really did y'all homework real good, y'all gonna see it. The footage on there. You're gonna hear the sound of Zaytoven. You're gonna see Nephy performing. You're gonna see Juice performing. You're gonna see the young Waka, the young Frenchie, young Soldier. That shit that everybody knows us for. But that show was like April the 10th? No. It was like April the 7th or March 28th because Juice ended up getting shot right after it. It wasn't even a week or two. Juice ended up getting shot, I want to say 8 times, 9 times. Next week, I got locked up. I never knew Waka really just was paying attention back then. Cause I used to take my studio equipment and drive from wherever I'm at the time. I had a portable studio back then. I just used to walk in Guitar Center and just say, hey, give me whatever on the showroom floor. Just I want that. He'd be like, you don't know? I don't know how to work it. I just give it to him. You see what I'm saying? Because I knew Zay or somebody knew how to work that shit. You feel me? But I never even had to go that far. That's when I started finding other stuff out there. But I used to take my studio equipment to Deb's house. Deb be like, oh, hell no, y'all gonna get this shit up out my basement. Gucci, I think he had the red vet at that time, and Buffer the Body was around at that time. So I kind of been around before the Instagram model phase. I kind of seen Gucci do a lot. You see what I'm saying? Just behind the scenes, just like, damn, so this how this going, this how this go, all right? That was always my blessing in disguise. And Zay used to always tell me, they say the best for last. I didn't know what the fuck he was saying, all right? So, yeah, that's how that went.
How'd you link up with 808?
Damn. Which part of it?
Well, who'd you meet first? TM or Southside?
Hell no. Southside. I met Lil Bro first. That's like when I look at music, bro, I be kind of in a daze. Cause I look at Waka, I look at Juice, I look at Frenchie, I look at Woo, I look at Flop. I know them all in different ways. I'm talking about before anybody in the world knows them. Joey, that run around with Mike Will, I just seen him. If you want to ask me who found Mike Will, I tell you the truth. Waka Flocka. Waka wasn't even rapping. He said, I'm about to manage me some producers. I was like, huh? So that's how I ended up meeting Southside when I got out of prison. And I ended up going to a video shoot through another producer named Chris Beats. He was like, you know Waka Flocka, don't you? Usually everybody like to test me like, bro, I'm just getting out of jail. Yeah, I know Waka, but that shit ain't making me no money. What the hell does that got to do with what I'm doing right now at the moment? He got a video shoot. I bet you'll be happy to see you. I ain't going to no motherfucking video shoot. Ain't nobody ever seen me down, so I ain't gonna be down when you see me. You hear me? So I stayed where I was at until I caught the right video shoot. That's when I ended up meeting Durez, Chaz Gotti, Southside. Same day, same time. I probably still got pictures of that. But that was, if I can quote the year, 2012. Yeah. Then I met TM through another producer in 808, Skinny Tommy. He like one of the founders. That's who named Southside. like you gotta, it's a, like, we had a popular song called Thug City. It really was coined off of Skinny Tommy. Tommy got it tatted in his face. You feel me? So, like, that was a whole lifestyle. Hey man, it's so legendary. It's funny because it's weird to me that when people ask me how I know these people, I don't know how to respond half the time because I don't really do interviews. You're probably one of the only people that had me visually ever on an interview.
So what was it like creating the Pack Landed at 808? Because this project had all the top producers at the time.
How do you know this shit?
We were posting this shit.
I was in jail. I didn't get to see it.
Oh, really?
Pack Landed at 808 came because I was about to get ready to turn myself into jail. Excuse me, y'all. I'll be kidded up. You feel me? That's first though. I mean, I always pay my respect to gangsters. We can smoke in here? Oh yeah. You know, I'm a respectful person. I don't go in nobody's truck and just do nothing without asking.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, can you play back the question? What you asked?
The Pack Landed at 808.
Oh Lord. Can somebody throw me a light? I'm about to go crazy. No, don't do that to me now. Light 'em. Immediately. Please. I'm telling you, y'all all got crackhead lighters. Come on now. All right. Pack landed at 808. It take because I was headed to jail. I was on the run. I tried to go do some dumbass shit, trying to go to the pharmacy and pull the bogus ass move I really ain't had to pull. I was digging the Percocets at that time. Y'all got an ashtray? I ain't about to ash on y'all porch, bro. Y'all shit look too nice and y'all got folks' names written there. Well, niggas ash on my name, Mafia. Kinda out of place. Thank you, my dog. My dog. That's B, ain't it?
Brandon, yeah.
That's my name. Yeah.
Easy to remember.
All right. So I ended up violating my federal paper at that time. And I went on a run. I had another popular rapper with me at that time, Killer Twan from Watts. I had the homie with me when my PO called and told me to come turn myself in. I said, I just can't do that. I just can't do that. I don't just turn myself in. I make motherfucker have to pay for they hell nah, you gonna work for your paycheck fucking with me. Oh no, I don't surrender. I don't lay down. So when I told him nah, Mojo looked at me, I looked at him. I had $39,000 to my name left. Some people think it's some money. Me, I know I was broke. I knew I had lawyer fees I was about to have to pay for. I had a residence, had a car, I just had situations go on. And I like, you know what, if I'm gonna go to jail, cause I'm gonna turn myself in one day, just not 2 days, right? So I ended up going on one. So I was like, you know what, since I'm gonna do that, I'm about to just drop. Cause I gotta keep my name ringing, cause I know I might be gone for a year or two. I wasn't expecting to get out, all right? So boom, I went in overdrive mode. I got my engineer, Ed Kills. I had Meezy Sachi at the time, engineer, and Metro. Goddamn Metro. Metro Boomin. Me and Metro was in heavy contact at the time, talking about a lot of different things. And I was like, man, I want to do a collab tape with you. But it ended up turning into me. I have a different ear for music, but I got a different love for producers too, right? So when I first made Pack Landed at 808, it just was about Metro Boomin. I let TM go in, add sounds in it, right? Knowing what I know now about the business side, that was a bad move. I didn't know that then though. I was coming out the streets, I was a rapper, I wasn't corporate by any means. But when Metro and them met me, they always thought I was a manager. I'm like, no damn manager, bro. Like, I can't tell you what I really am, but I ain't no manager. But I really was a manager. I didn't understand how I have Metro Boomin, Southside, TM808, I'm sorry. Metro, Southside, TM88, Sony Digital, Zaytoven, talking about this time, Chris Beats, Ed Kills, different producers. Ferrari Fredro, my main go-to producer. I had all these folks at my disposal back then. I didn't hang with too many rappers if you wasn't Juice Man or Waka. I'm one of the lawyer types. If y'all ain't talking to them, I ain't talking to y'all because I made my way through this lane right here. And they'll be like, you came from all East Atlanta rappers. Yeah, but I came up on Food Industrial. That's a whole nother interview in itself. But yeah, I ended up, Metro sent me like 4 beats. Then I had Southside give me some beats. Then I took another record from here and then I ended up getting some records from Fuse.
Okay.
Then that's when the problem started.
Why is that?
Because Fuse didn't want nobody putting sounds on his record. Now that I know the business, I know why. But back then, I didn't understand the business. I wasn't even thinking about no business. I didn't even know what a business was. I was just trying to rap and blow up, whatever that was, all right? Knowing now, I know different shit. But anyway, Stally, he ended up coming by Lucha in the studio or he was with somebody. I can't remember, and I'm sorry if I can't remember, but Style ended up coming by, somebody brought him by. And it was me, Block 125, Mojo. We ended up politicking with Style, and Style was like, man, I want to do a song with Waka. I was like, that's it? Hey, Flock, come pull up. Ooh, Flock, come pull up. He come do the song. It's called Doggish. You know what I'm saying? So I made that happen for Style, but it was different for him. And I made it different. I didn't know I was a producer then. I didn't know I was producing songs. We was just making songs, right? But I knew that was a new sound for Stally. But I ended up going to jail, so the timing didn't add up to the video, which threw the whole campaign out because the record really, one of them type of records that could have really did something. And if people go streaming now, it still can't. So that whole tape, it kind of got done in 2 days. The tape was done in 2 days. I turned it in. I was just taking 6, 7, 8 perks a day, sipping 2 lines, 4 lines, half a pint a day. I gave Mojo my last $39,000. I'm paying for everything though, so my money dwindling down. I'm like, shit, I'm at a 30 ball now. Shit, go turn yourself in or you're gonna eat through your money sitting there trying to run. All right? So I went and turned myself in. I'm in that motherfucker. I done won the Super Bowl fucking with Tom Brady. I done won everybody commissary in the dorm, slammed the door. Yup, won that. Motherfucker won to bet with their heart. I bet with the money. Ain't nobody gonna beat Tom Brady. That's America's white boy. You're not gonna do nothing with Tom Brady. Yeah. Anyway, so I ended up getting out of jail on Valentine's Day. But Pack Landed at 808 was already out. I didn't know what to do after that. I've never had a record label. I've never had an investor. I didn't know nothing at the time. All I knew is shit, go cook some other shit. So I had to go turn myself into the halfway house. While I was in the halfway house, I dropped Pack Landed at 808 Part 2. Pack Landed at 808 3 never came out because I had Tex Atlanta 1 and Tex Atlanta 2 with Beat King. I ended up taking Beat King and bringing him to Atlanta. He had been here before, but he ain't made no solid contacts. He ended up coming to me. And I took him to anybody and everybody who he wanted to know. From DJs to TM House to Southside. Hey, I need y'all to do these drops for this tape. That's on Tex Atlanta 2. That was produced by Metro Boomin, Southside, and TM. That was me, getting all my beats from them, believing in Beat King, because I knew who he was in Texas. Texas and Atlanta, 2 different worlds, music-wise. You see what I'm saying? But I knew the music he was making in the strip club in Houston was gonna end up popping in somebody's strip club, because he kept burning Oklahoma up, Arkansas up, and Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas. He kept doing that. Dallas, ooh, he kept doing that. I'm like, sheesh, I done seen this a million times. Start spreading. I'm like, now's the time. I introduced him to DJ Funky, Big X, and Reggie Rouse at V103, different places like that. And we keep on getting more legendary. So
do you still have a relationship with Southside and TM and Walker and all them today, or?
Do I have a relationship? I'ma always have a relationship. What the fuck you mean? Like, I'm big dog. But at the same time, I used to be so high out my mind, I kind of did a lot of rational shit at one point in time, and I ain't fucked up no relationships, because I ain't fucked with nobody old lady. I ain't took nobody money. I ain't did no whole shit to nobody. But I did text Walker some bullshit. I DM'd him some bullshit. Some real whole shit that really wasn't for me and him. Me acting like a real hoe ass nigga that day. I was mad at somebody else, so I DM'd him because he's showing love to somebody else. But I felt a certain way about that, because I'm like, shit, nigga, your motherfucking love and attention need to be right here, right now, home base, nigga. You hear me? When it comes to Walker, like, that's a whole different topic. Like, I love dude for who he is. I love for who he transitioned into. He's a full-blown man. He on a whole different path. You hear me? I've been in the streets all my life. Since they met me, I've been the same way. I ain't did nothing different. This is me, all right? He can call me. I can call him. I seen him. He seen me. We ain't say nothing that day on bullshit. But life too short for that bullshit. You hear me? So, after this interview, I'll reach out to him because I don't want it to get out before I even say something. So, I hit him up and say, hey, fuck you. I love you. But, you know, I was high in my mind at that time. I'm a whole different person. You know I don't be in your demo or none of that shit. I don't care what you're doing. But I'm going to apologize to you publicly. I shouldn't have said the whole shit that I said. But your response, that's what made me laugh. Ain't nothing can ever stop the love I got for the little nigga. You hear me? That's my puppy. I love him. He don't do no wrong. You hear me? But he'll do wrong. But I know when to go to him. I know when he on education. That's why I want him to be. He don't need to be in the streets. If he in the streets at this point, something ain't right. He don't need to hang in the streets. My little baby need to be right where he at. TM, he doing great in life. He went 9 times platinum and everything else, he doing what he's supposed to do. That's what my job was. I felt I still was trying to figure my life out, right? I didn't know what my purpose was in life, so I didn't know where the fuck to assist them at. All I know is shit, you got it from him. So shit, I'm gone to doing the bullshit that I was doing. And they were seeing a lot of shit that I was doing and that shit wasn't the move. You hear me? And of course, now that I know the shit that I know, you gotta distance yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So TM, I leave him right there. I seen him one day at the Coalition DJs. We spoke briefly to the side. You hear me? And shit, that's that on that. My right hand man, Blue, my brother Blue, he speak to them. You know what I mean? Everybody's still one person away if we want to say something. Southside? Hell yeah, he DM me all the time. That ain't that. You feel me? Like, that's my other puppy. Like, I look at Young Dog and I just be laughing like, do what the fuck, you know what the fuck you supposed to be doing. Hey though, hey. Man, I sit in the cut a lot, bro. I really get in my body. Niggas know I get really in my feelings when it comes to them niggas right there, cause them my little brothers. You know what I'm saying? My little puppies and shit. My little drops like that, like, I be seeing niggas playing with my people in headlines and shit like that. Them niggas come from some real street niggas, bro. Y'all niggas ain't the only niggas guys. Y'all ain't. I don't like when I get to getting in my body cause I get to studying and shit. Y'all niggas ain't the only street niggas though. You hear me? So I ain't gonna put myself on blast like that, but shit, y'all niggas better tread lightly. Anyway.
I was checking out your podcast and you named OJ Da Juiceman as the #1 trap rapper.
He is. Jeezy, I said what I said on the list because I heard, I seen Juiceman. If you know, you know. Babyface Roy, if you know, you know. If you don't, you slow. Fuck wrong with you. Juiceman, man. Real one. I think Juice don't get the credibility he's supposed to get, so I'm always, nigga, anybody that tell you, nigga, like, I'm Juice the fuck out. This new album is about to drop. He's on there. On God. Juiceman is my favorite trap rapper. And if you know him, you know why. That's it.
All right.
Shout out Pac-Man. That's how I even met Juice. Pac-Man, Peanut.
So what's the new project called?
500 Singles. That ain't the name of the tape.
Oh.
I'm about to just release a bunch of singles right now.
Okay.
I was gonna do Pac-Land at 808.3. I don't remix shit. So if I ain't with them, that shit get pushed to the side. I made that with them, it's gonna stay there. Text Line 3, it still was made by them, right? But my cousin June James was on there, so I could go on from there if I wanted to. J Real, June James, I had them on there, so Southside. Anybody give me beats if I ask for them. But I got another wave I'm on right now. But I need those producers to rock with the new young producers. And I'm kind of the gap I gotta feel. So I gotta come back outside, find y'all, bring y'all to these people so music can progress and it can stay right where it's at. Cause it's starting to ping pong to other places where I placed it. And it's kind of ripping apart at the seam where it kind of started. You know, it's a part of Atlanta music that never gets spoken on, and I hate that shit. Bill Dick, T.O. Green, Joe Green, Four-Way Money Mark, Maceo, I don't want to miss nobody. Oh, definitely the gun line. That's what I'm on right now. It's not about Nephy. Nephy has been about me. Anybody know? I'm not motivated unless I have some younger up and coming people that want to do something. Once I get people to a certain point, I feel like I was the incubator, like the old artist development situation. Our artists develop a lot of people. I know how to do it. I know who to place in the room with who, but I didn't know I was supposed to be getting paid for all that. Am I the whole nigga that's gonna come back and be like, boy, y'all owe me money. Man, I've been had money when everybody met me. Let's keep it 100. So no, I'm not coming for my pub. That's how I learned the game. I know the game, now though. I know what I could come for, but I ain't owed nothing. Ain't never charged me for nothing. That never came up. TMA, they saved my life. Did you know that?
How so?
Huh?
How so?
Oh, so you didn't know that? Oh, I got one in on you. You good now. You good. You ain't been off point yet. Haze, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. My probation officer was about to walk in my house one time, and I had something around that wasn't supposed to be there. The door opened, 4 females walking in. All of a sudden, a little Chinese dude walking in. I'm like, the fuck is that? I kind of move him out the way and slam the door. I'm like, man. I started doing the shuffle. That's 12, that's 12. TM, he dreads in the eye. He like, who is that, bro? I'm like, I think that my PO. Like, shut up. You know, TM, excuse me, big as a motherfucker. That nigga tread go down like this, he go open the door. Well, he go and go to the door and say, hey, how you doing? I'm TM88, I'm a superstar. Bart stupid hell. So my PO was like, he's a little Asian. So you got this motherfucker down there 7 feet tall looking down at you with hair goddamn a different color now, looking at you like this. And he smelled like straight motherfucking weed, look like a crazy ass Jamaican, right? So he ain't have his glasses on, so if you know TM, you know what I'm talking about. So my PO ended up sitting down talking to TM. He was like, he managed me. Yeah, he managed me for while I make beats. I make beats for all the rappers, all right? Goddamn. That's how I didn't go back to prison. If put it this way, if what my dog cut for me, bro, and put his whole fucking career in jeopardy for, I asked him, bro, I would have never fucked this career like that. You hear me? That was at a time where I knew then this when our relationship was supposed to go another way. He probably wondering like, why Nephy pulled away from me? They ain't walk away from me. I kind of had to walk another path. I thought I was really about to go on some type of other shit. I really had some death missions I was on. You hear me? So shit, at that time, I was like, fuck that. I ain't about to go around them. I'm on some whole other shit, which led to some deep shit.
What happened between you and Sada Baby?
Whoa. That little bro. You know how you got that one little badass brother that's just rebellious as a motherfucker that love you to death. I didn't know at the time what exactly I did wrong. And now that you say that, I can't tell no lie, because I brought a few guys with me. I ain't to tell no lies, but I ain't gonna go into no whole story because I don't do that. Me and little bro, we had exchange of words. And then we took a hiatus off for a while, maybe 2 years. I reached out to little bro, hear me, like, I'm just proud of you. Surprisingly, he hit me back. It's all love. Thank you. Say, man, we don't let words get in the way. But this shit was kind of about, first off, it wasn't about this guy, but it's my reason of how I even got to the Detroit wave. I met him through Icewear Vezzo. Icewear Vezzo was the first person to fly me to Detroit. But Soda, this Soda, if y'all ain't never seen him, I know everybody rap about him. I told you, little baby, I'm always keep you where you at. But yeah, Soda, that's how I got introduced to Detroit. We used to be around Motor City late night, Sprites, no ice, man and nights, you hear me? In Detroit though, you know what I mean? So, I don't really like speaking on that one too much, cause that's who I was talking about when he ended up getting a song with Young Scooter. Ended up paying Scooter for a feature. Scooter came and did it ASAP. I told him who he was. Scooter was like, yeah. Back then, sold a real jury, everything. Scooter was digging it. Ended up making a song with Zaytoven called Bands. Ended up paying Nuke and Zay. Soda was good with his business. Soda money was long. When my nigga Midnight, Lou, Peasy, Viz, the circle tight, Baby Ray. You know what I'm saying? Goes like the circle tight. You know what I'm saying? So Soda started making great music. He made Battle of the Bands. He made Fuck the Chicken Up with TM88. And he made I Be Trippin', nigga, with TM88. And the guy who's the A&R for YSL now, Vito was who was shooting the videos at the time. Viz ended up flying me, TM88, and Vito to Detroit to make Moonwalking. That's how Moonwalking came about for Drink God, all right? Which is a whole, goddamn, we got so much we ain't even got to. I told you. Ain't no 20-minute interview.
For a second one.
But, oh yeah, with Sada, ain't no physical, ain't no crazy shit like that. It's just big brother, little brother, past that shit. I think sometimes time heals everything. You just gotta let shit be sometimes. Cause I see it the wrong shit, but it was all because of this guy. Hey, dog. This Tay Blood. That's how I met Sada Baby. I was in my house one day and Tay asked me, Sada had came to Atlanta before he was who he was, but he was on the way to being who he was. I ain't gonna shade him like that. I ended up turning Sada on to my cousin June, let them make some records and shit like that. And somehow, I don't know what the fuck happened with how they got tangled and twisted, right? But they ended up mending their situation before Tay Blood got murdered. That didn't have nothing to do with Sada in no form or fashion. He's an innocent bystander somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And that shit wasn't for him. That shit wasn't for Soda. You hear me? Both of them fucked me up to the point where I didn't want to do music no more. That was the last two niggas I was doing music with. You hear me? Like, I went through some shit. I lost everything. I went through some shit. You hear me? But I did it in front of everybody. I ain't hide shit. If you knew, you knew. You see what I'm saying? I ain't hide shit, but I always had a lot of shit from when I had the paper. I done went broke fucking with music 5, 6 times because I didn't know you supposed to have a machine with the shit. All right? I was always doing it myself. And everybody be like, who helping you do this shit? Me, that's all. Me. And I knew I was on to some bullshit.
All right, Nephy, we got to wrap it up, man. Go ahead and give some shout outs before we do, man.
I'm going to shout out, I want to shout out to my Heavenly Father, to my Lord and Savior, because I wouldn't be here. My mama, my kids, everybody who may think I may be mad at y'all or I feel some type of way about y'all. I don't, and I ain't talking about rappers. It's gonna be a lot of people watch this interview. I ain't just a rapper. I'm corporate. I'm whatever. But before we do get up here, I gotta bear y'all some gifts though.
Okay, come on, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll bring my mans up here, man. Hey, guy, come on, cameraman, and bear gifts to my people, man. Nah, I'm smoking. Go ahead. Hand it to Haze. Show it to the camera. That's the Dirty Glove jacket.
Okay.
Michigan colored. Dirty Glove.
I hold it up. They didn't see it. Oh.
And whoever the biggest, who the biggest, Haze? Oh, man, you got all kind of 3Xs. Yeah. And one thing about it, I got you so much exclusive stuff. I'm gonna bring y'all some Dirty Glove stuff mixed with mine. Just for y'all. Not for sale, just for y'all. Yeah. And I wanna say, shout out Dirty Glove Bastard, Mikey Nike, Gunline, the whole Plug Life everywhere. It's too many of y'all. I can't name everybody. Shout out to Beaumont, Texas, my motherfucking hometown, 3105. Y'all know what's going on, South 6th Street, what's happening. You know what I mean? Tribe City. Still on my hand, every day we on that. That's a whole nother interview. We got a lot more to come, cause man, once you see these records come out, you gonna hurry up and try to call me back, cause you gonna see what's going on.
Let's get
but
it.
Hey, Nephy, aye.
Smoking cereal milk, hoping it's for me. Smoking on weed that's imported. If you ever so bricks, you important. I ain't dropping our bags like no dash. Dick your